In a small town where mornings smelled of fresh bread and evenings echoed with distant prayers, lived a young man named Ion. He was known for one thing above all else, his honesty. People trusted him easily because he trusted everyone in return. In his heart, Ion believed the world was exactly as it appeared, simple, fair, and sincere. But life had its own lessons waiting. Ion worked at a modest bookshop near the town square. Every day, he listened to stories. Customers spoke of success, failure, love, betrayal. He absorbed every word without question. If someone said, "This book will change your life," he believed it. If another whispered, "That man cannot be trusted," he accepted it as truth. After all, why would people lie? One afternoon, a stranger arrived in town, well-dressed, confident, with a charming smile. He spoke eloquently, promising opportunities, wealth, and a brighter future. People gathered around him, drawn to his words like moths to a flame. He helped many towns like ours, someone said. I heard he made poor men rich, another added. Ion listened, eyes filled with hope. The stranger noticed him and smiled warmly. You seem intelligent, the stranger said. You could go far if only you trusted the right people. That sentence echoed in Ion's mind. Within days, the town buzzed with excitement. The stranger proposed a business idea. Everyone who invested a little would gain much in return. The stories kept growing, each one more convincing than the last. No proof was shown, no questions were answered clearly. But the words sounded right. Ion invested his small savings. It wasn't much, but it was everything he had. For a while, it felt like the right decision. People praised the stranger. Dreams grew larger, and doubt was silenced by collective belief. Ion stopped thinking. He only listened. Then, one morning, the stranger was gone. So was the money. The town woke to confusion and regret. Whispers replaced excitement. Some blamed others, some blamed fate. Ion stood silently in his shop, staring at the empty register. His trust had cost him dearly. That evening, he visited an old man who often sat near the mosque, observing the world quietly. The old man had seen many seasons of life come and go. I was foolish, Ion said bitterly. I believed everything I heard. The old man smiled gently. No, he replied. You were not foolish. You were unguarded. There is a difference? Ion asked. Yes, the old man said. A foolish man refuses to learn. A wise man learns, often through pain. He continued, the world speaks loudly, but truth speaks softly. Not everything that sounds good is good. Not everything repeated is real. Ion listened, but this time he thought, days turned into weeks. Ion slowly rebuilt his life. He read more deeply, asked more questions, and observed more carefully. When people spoke, he listened, but he no longer surrendered his judgment. One day, a customer entered the shop and pointed at a book. They say this book guarantees success, he said confidently. Ion smiled and replied, it may inspire you, but only your actions will decide the outcome. The customer paused, surprised by the honesty. Word by word, lesson by lesson, Ion changed. Not into a suspicious man, but into a thoughtful one. He learned that wisdom is not about rejecting everything, but about understanding before accepting. Years later, Ion became known not just for honesty, but for insight. People sought his advice, not because he spoke loudly, but because his words were grounded in understanding. And whenever someone said, everyone believes this, so it must be true, Ion gently responded, truth does not need a crowd. It needs clarity. Life lesson. Not everything you hear deserves belief. Listen carefully, think deeply, and choose wisely, because your trust is valuable. Spend it only where truth has earned it.